Do you feel resentment or perhaps an absence of feeling when you try and initiate connection with your partner? Over the last decade, I have worked with hundreds of couples. You are not alone. Change is possible. In this video, I'm going to talk about a key strategy that I have used in therapy to help couples improve connection and intimacy in their relationship. The relationship fuel tank. So imagine your relationship is like a car. We need to fuel our car to be able to work effectively. The same applies to your relationship. You need fuel in your relationship fuel tank for your relationship to run smoothly. When your relationship tank is low, resentment can build. You may become frustrated more easily, you might feel disconnected, or you might find feelings of loneliness emerge. When your tank is empty, it's normal to shift into negative sentiment override and find yourself focusing on all the negative aspects of your relationship. So it's important to make sure that you fuel connection and shift your relationship back into positive sentiment. Your relationship tank can be empty because you are not putting in enough fuel, or you are using too much fuel. Put simply, you need to make deposits into your relationship so when you hit a rough patch, which is inevitable, or your relationship is impacted by external stresses, then you have reserves to draw on. Sometimes we make the mistake of waiting for the big moments, such as anniversaries or birthdays, to show our partner how we feel. Likewise, you may get caught overthinking it or assuming you need big grand gestures to invest in your relationship, when in fact, it's the little things that have the greatest impact on relationships. When couples in therapy reflect on what has brought most joy in their relationship, they often talk about the little things. So they mention everyday moments, a conversation in the early hours of the morning, their partner bringing them a cup of tea in bed, watching a beautiful sunrise together, looking at their kids playing in the backyard and talking about their dreams. It's everyday little moments of connection that fuel their relationship. Before we jump in and focus on filling the fuel tank, it's important to acknowledge that disconnection affects all relationships, even when your relationship is going well. The stress of day-to-day life, the inevitable challenges of loving a person who is different from you, and working through conflict all adds up. As Dr. Sue Johnson said, love is a constant process of tuning in, connecting, missing and misreading cues, disconnecting, repairing, and finding deeper connection. It's a dance of meeting and parting and finding each other again, minute to minute and day to day. I often have partners share with me that they have lost all feeling towards their partner, that they've fallen out of love, that they are totally disconnected. So the reason I highlight this is to let you know that you can reconnect after this kind of disconnection. Firstly, if we're going to start fueling your relationship, it's important to understand how much fuel you need to put in. In his research with couples, Dr. John Gottman identified that for relationships to stay in positive perspective, we need 20 positive interactions for 1 negative. So in fact, we actually need to put in a lot more than we take out. It sounds like a lot, right? Yet when you realize there are a lot of little things that you can do to fuel the relationship fuel tank, it feels more achievable. Some example of little things that you can do in your relationship include saying please and thank you, giving a compliment, expressing appreciation, listening to your partner, showing physical affection, showing interest in your partner's experiences, giving your partner your undivided attention. Okay, so you have two options here, and either is a great starting point to begin moving towards positive sentiment. Firstly, you can make a list yourself and just jump in and start doing the little things. Or secondly, you can tackle this as a couple. One of the exercises I do with couples in therapy is to get them to make a jar of little things. So grab 2 jars or containers, a pen and some paper, and sit down with your partner. Tear your paper into lots of little pieces, and then on one little thing you would enjoy your partner doing to fill your fuel tank. Then fold little pieces of paper up, put them in the jar or the container, and every day grab pieces of paper out of the jar for your partner. So do the little things that your partner likes to see or experience in the relationship. The important thing here is that you remember to do little things each and every day to ensure that your fuel tank stays full and your relationship stays in positive sentiment. If you liked this video, Hit the subscribe button now and check out my other videos on how to improve connection and intimacy in your relationship.